Shalom. This should be part 3. Alright. Remember this word right here. Remember this part right here. Though Testament also is used in the same word for covenant in different places. Remember that. The word testament. Alright. Now, some of y'all familiar with the Hebrew Israelite camps and the doctrines. They teach some bread, but you got to beware of the leavened bread, right? The leaven. Practice some of the things that they say. Whatever they say, put into practice, but just don't do what they do. You heard that before? Yeah. That was what the Mashiach said. You have to beware of false doctrines. See if you can complete every jot. Because right here in the book of Hebrews in the New Testament, dealing with the sacrifice of the Messiah, right? Look, it's plain as day. It's plain as day right here. Let's read it in context. It says, in the passage above, he says, sacrifices and offerings, burnt offerings and sin offerings, you did not desire. Who? The Most High God, Yahuwah. Right? Nor did you delight in them. Right? He ain't had no delight in them. Coming from Northern Kingdom, especially Northern Kingdom Israel. And he didn't want that from the Kingdom of Judah. It says, although they are required by the law, he still didn't delight in. He had no delight in them. The Most High if the Most High does not accept your offering, it's for a reason, right? How did this happen? Well, all because it happened in the past doesn't mean it can't happen again in the future. Because when you read Genesis, dealing with Cain and Abel, he accepted Abel's offering, but he didn't accept Cain's offering. Remember? Go back and read that scroll from Moses. Go back to the Torah. Read the first book. Read the beginnings. It says, he adds, here I am. I have come to do your will. Your will. Wishes, desires, right? Whatever he commands, right? He takes away the first, the most important, to establish. You see that? To have something to stand firm. The second. What? The second. So for the second time. So whatever happened in the past can happen again in the future. So in the past, when you deal with Moses, the Most High, through Moses, conveyed a covenant, right? A promise, right? He established the first. He established a covenant, the old covenant, the Old Testament. That testimony was established, basically. So that the reason why you read the stuff in the New Testament about Christ and them, they already going through the Old Testament stuff, You know, the stuff that you read about in the Old Testament, they still carrying on what was conveyed through Moses, right? So now, when you deal with the Mashiach, he came and he was perfect, completing what was of the old. But now he has to fulfill what was written within the old. He come to fulfill what was written in the law, in the books of the Psalms, you know, the Psalms, the law, the Psalms, and the prophets, right? So not only did he complete it, he accomplished following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahuwah, his Father, our Elohim, right? Our power, right? Except for he also had to complete some other stuff too, pertaining to a particular Messiah, a particular one who gonna be like unto Moses, right? Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, verses 15 through 19. Look it up. You gotta understand, you gotta follow the Messiah. Because it says right here, then he said, here I am. I have come to do your will. Your will is the commandments. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Whatever he says is what matters, is what goes. Read Mark 9, 1 through 7. It's right there in plain sight. He set aside the first. It's already been accomplished. He already set aside the first. Why? To establish the second. Let's look at the King James version. King James, right? Look at that. Then said he, Lo, I come to do thy will, O God, Yahuwah, our power. He taketh away the first. It's in your King James 16:11. I know it is. The first is that covenant. Why? Why did he take away the first? That he may establish the second. The second is already in play. It's already in play. It's been in play. Why? Because the blood of the Mashiach is upon the people. Let his blood be on us and our children. Pilate like, alright, you know the gospel. Read the gospel. Don't believe my words. Read the gospel. You believe in the Messiah, right? Read the gospel. The blood is upon the people, right? That's equivalent to the sprinkling of the blood upon the people when you read the Torah, the scrolls of Moses, right? Think about it. Read about it. Matter of fact, read about it. It's right here in plain sight. See, it says, look at the Aramaic right here. Behold, I come to do your will, O God, O power. In this he abolishes the first to establish the second. See there? It's in all the versions. He did away the sacrifices, yeah, in order to what? To establish the obedience that the Most High wants. And what was that obedience to? The establishment of the second. We are of the free woman. We are not of the bond woman. Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Not the physical land Jerusalem. We talking about the one that's going to be coming. You know what I'm saying? The Jerusalem which is above is free. You know, the holy city that's going to come from on high. You know what I'm saying? Part 4 is coming. Oh yeah, part 4 is coming. Shalom.